Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 7. So, 7x7, baby! I don't know why I said that. But, yeah, last episode was crazy. We had, like, the whole plan being filled out and done, and we learned about it in real time as it was happening, which is really cool. And it worked almost flawlessly, except Midoriya got dragged to the wrong spot. But we learned about the sky prison thingamajig that Shigaraki is stuck in now, how they're using multiple quirks to create a barrier, to regenerate the plates, and stuff like that. It's a really cool concept. They're also using Monoma to constantly keep using Aizawa's quirk in order to keep Shigaraki quirkless, but he somehow did some crazy, nasty hand thing that apparently either isn't a quirk or can't be blocked by Aizawa's quirk. I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to learn more about that as we go, but yeah. I'm excited to find out what happens, especially with like Midoriya not there and the plan going awry a little bit. Like, what's gonna happen, and what is Midoriya gonna do over where he is? Because, I mean, he's a pretty strong powerhouse. Like, don't get me wrong, I know that Toga has moves and stuff like that, and then there's others there. But can they handle Midoriya? Could he just, like, mop that area up fast and then start, like, traveling to the other ones? I don't know. I guess we'll see. But, yeah, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. You know, yeah, we saw all this, I believe. I just realized, I know we saw this already, but a couple of the guys there are the people from uh, Star and Stripes team. That's really cool. I thought they would have just like given them the data and just went back, but they decided to stay. I wonder if they'll be like providing support with their jets or whatever those planes are considered. Yep. Kind of a lot of recap, but it's fine, I guess. I know we had some recap in the last episode too, and I was hoping they were just trying to like catch everyone up. And I mean, obviously that's what they're doing here, but a lot of this we just saw last. But I mean, I guess we're seeing it from this perspective where it's like, yeah, we're seeing what their plan was supposed to be, and now we know how it went wrong too. With Midoriya not being there, one of the heavy hitters. Oh, Gang Orca seems to have Another little orca buddy. Okay. See, that was some good information right there, because now we know that they're trying to guard those two places too, which is smart. And we have a better idea of where everybody is. But yeah, the first bit of that was a lot of the stuff we've seen. But like I said, it was a different perspective, I guess. But hopefully this will be the last episode that because it feels like every episode we've been going over this plan, right? And now that it's executed, and now that they've talked about it, hopefully we won't have to cut back to hear the plan again. Looking on the more optimistic side. Don't get me wrong, I love this show, but it does recap a little bit too much sometimes. But you gotta take the good with the bad sometimes, right? I wonder if Shinso would be capable of, like, opening a portal for Midoriya to just get back. Not Shinso, I'm sorry, Monoma. Did I say Shinso? Crazy that he's in that position to not move. My fat ass would be like, can I just, like, sit here on the ground? Crisscross applesauce. Oh, that was cool. That she was asking him for advice. But what is that? Mirko, are you okay? Oh. It's growth? What? How is that possible without a quirk to activate it, though? Ugh. What the hell? Spare? What a badass. Holy shit. That's so cool. If she wasn't so much older, I'd ship them. Hell, I still do. He can't. Yeah. Damn. Okay, so no warp. Oh, inflation. That's topical. So he needs to figure out that he needs to make it back on his own, right? Because the radio's cut out, so I don't know if he heard it. Oh, it's a bunch of them that have, like, the orca heads. Is that just, like, outfits, or... What the heck is this Nomu? Ugh. That thing's crazy. It reminds me of that one girl in Class B that can, like, break her body into pieces. It's actually a lot like it, actually. Oh my god, it's this guy. Yep. Damn, he got hit by that. Hey! I don't know if they showed her in the, like, the list of people that are here, but there's a lot going on, so I didn't notice, but it's really cool. Okay, so he knows... Oh, well, there's Toga. Well, she's very nimble, but... Because she loves him? She doesn't intend to kill him or something? Whoa. Well, that's unfortunate. Well. That's crazy. I mean, it lines up with a character, so... Uh-oh. Oh. Wait, what? Thanks, Present Mike. We're getting narrator stuff. In case you jump to this season... Oh my god. Never figured it out. He's still, no matter where he goes, he's still a damn nerd. Thanks. Thanks, Present Mike. Ugh. You have to confirm? Jeez, that was near Toga. Yeah, with all the chaos going on, she's able to slip away. Hmm. Uh-oh. I mean... I'm sure he'd like to help you but... The problem is... If your form of affection is hurting people... Oh my god! She's like a Nomu herself. How is she controlling them all? Animation's nice with the water, I like it. So I didn't think about you. Well, they're like rocket propelled somehow. Oh, shit. Don't let her get the blood. Nice. Good shit, Proppy. Oh, the gang's all here. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's a good plan, Proppy. There are way bigger fish to fry. No offense, Toga. You're pretty formidable, but... Yeah. You gotta get out of here. I don't know how... Was she given another quirk? I really don't know how some of these... I mean, I guess we've seen some crazy tools. Fajin, yeah. Alright, see you. Jeez. Damn! That bird's face, did you guys see it? Yeah. Come on, don't hurt yourself. Yeah. Yeah, you can't do that. You just gotta make it. Ooh, meta power? Or... I guess that's what he calls it. Instead of a quirk. Because that was what they used to be called, right? Yeah. There's like one we don't know yet, right? I think. Hmm. Interesting. So, I need to go reread that after. I'm sorry, I was so focused on figuring out meta power that, I think, was he saying that his power is one that he shouldn't use yet? I'll go back right after this, don't worry, guys. I know I messed up on that, but it's my bad. Sometimes my brain gets distracted. Oh shit. Is she gonna do it? Uh-oh. Damn. She still has that blood as a fallback, and that's super dangerous. Damn. He looks pretty fucking crazy in that outfit, man. I like how after he dyed his hair white, or not dyed it, but reverted his hair to his normal color, he then put on a white outfit from his previous one. That's crazy. Man, he can just hover now and everything, too. Man. Yeah, I just realized more of his upper body, too, I believe, is, like, burnt flesh. He, like, doesn't have much left that isn't. Man, what is he gonna be like after he, like, completely burns up? Like, I feel like if he pushes it too far, he's just gonna kill himself. I don't know. Jesus. Alright, Todoroki, let's do this, buddy. Yeah. Jeez. Jeez. Oh! Wow, his skin really is getting, like, way worse. Wait, what? Holy shit, that went by fast. Okay. Damn. I mean, it was a good episode. Like I said, wasn't the biggest fan of the beginning, but, I mean, that was a short portion anyway, but... Damn. I mean... There are aspects of this that is, like, a little bit... I don't want to say milked, because they're serving a purpose, right? They're... Like Dobby was saying at the end... This is like accumulation of individuals' feelings, right? Like, it's not like a war against superhuman society. It's, you know, Dobby being angry at his family or whatever, Toga wanting to live freely, Shigaraki wanting to destroy, and All for One wanting to take over everything, you know, and then the heroes having their own kind of, you know, each person different. Some people just want to save the world, some people want to save the villains as well, with the way that Midoriya and... I don't want to lump them all together as, like, just to stop the villains is their only ideal. They have their own as well, but it is kind of like a clashing of feelings, and this episode kind of like built that up, right? That's it for episode 7, guys. Oh, right, I wanted to go back and look at that one moment before I forget. Let's see. Where was that? So it's after he had left, so he takes off, right, shortly here. Yep, right here he takes off. And then he says, are you planning on injuring yourself before reaching the battlefield? And then... Or were you planning on using my meta power? I thought we told you this was meant to be a last resort. As One for All grew stronger, our meta powers grew stronger with it. As a result, it is transformed into a unique power. It is not something that can be used the same way it was used in the past. Okay, yeah. And it showed like a locked door, so there's something about his meta power that almost seems like it was strong before or something like that, and now because of One for All's enhancedness, it's gonna be so powerful that it's extremely reckless to use. Man, they definitely like hyped up that power right there, didn't they? For sure. I kind of forgot until I was watching another channel's reaction to some of the first episodes of this season, and they mentioned that there was like one power left that we didn't know of, because I've just kind of been letting the show tell me, like, whenever he discovers a new power. I knew we had a lot of them. I kind of thought after last season we had all of them, to be completely honest, but then after watching that channel, I was like, oh yeah, they're right. I think we are missing at least one. So it's and apparently it's very dangerous to use, but I mean, we're definitely gonna see it, right? There's no way in a fight this big he's not gonna go to something that is, if he was planning on using it there, it must have some sort of speed element to it, right? Because he would have wanted to use it to get there closer. I mean, sorry, yeah, get there closer. Get there faster. So it must have some kind of speed element to it. But I wonder what it is. Like, I doubt it's gonna be with My Hero. It's not gonna be something as simple as like just speed, right? He's not gonna become the Flash. Is it possible it's some kind of like teleportation sort of thing? But with One for All's enhancedness, the way that it works, it's like kind of scary to use, right? Like if you teleport with the enhancedness of One for All, there's something about it that could be like very dangerous. I don't know. See, I don't think I have a big enough brain to think of the crazy powers that this show has. Is it some kind of like, I don't know, he doesn't look like a heteromorph type, but is it something that like morphs your body in a certain way, but then it can morph back? But maybe it's like extremely dangerous because with like, who knows how much it'll morph your body and if it can be morphed back, if it's like mixed with One for All. I don't know. Like, it really... I'm trying to go with the speed thing, right? Because if it wasn't something speed-based, he wouldn't have used it to get there faster, right? But it could be something that isn't really speed-related, but he could use it as speed-related. I don't know. I don't think I'm smart enough to come up with any reasonable ideas other than the few that I said, but I feel like those are as basic as they come. But this show's so creative with some of their powers. But anyway. I loved in the beginning with the Mirko fighting, or like, luckily I'm glad she's okay as well, but they like just shot something out of the ground and she like slid into it and got some replacement parts that, you know, that broke before. I love that they must have had the knowledge to like set that up before. They're like, well, what if what if these parts you're using break? It's like, oh well, we'll just shoot something up and give you some replacements, and then they can just make new ones with the system they have going on with all the other quirks. So it's really cool. I love it. It was really freaking awesome. I that's one thing that I think makes this show stand out is the way they use the powers and everything. And I talked about this last episode, but like mixing them together and using them for things that aren't just fighting is something I love, because I feel like a lot of like superhero stuff just focuses on use superpowers to beat bad guy. And sure, we get the occasional fun little bits where they, you know, zoom off, like the Flash will zoom off to go get a coffee or something like that, you know, where they use them for that. But I love how in this show the quirks are so crazy in this show that they're able to use them for things like, you know, building floor panels and keeping like this whole floating like island going and running and stuff through the combination of a bunch of different quirks, like several different quirks of like electricity and other things used to make like a big barrier and mix it with like technology and everything. Like, I feel like there haven't been many shows where I see that being done, and I think that's what makes this show really fun and really interesting, is when we can see them do these sort of things and all that. But while we're on the topic of what's going on over there, I guess Shigaraki's thing is just growth. It's not a quirk. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it, I will say, because it feels like a power, right? Being able to like do that feels like a power to me. Or it feels like, if anything, it's a science based off powers that allows him to do it, right? Which, to me, still feels like Aizawa's quirk should be able to stop it. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know why in this world I'm willing to accept these magical abilities people have, but it's hard for me to accept that a scientist can just create a body that can do that, and it doesn't have anything to do with quirks, right? Because if it had something to do with quirks, it'd be stopped by Aizawa. So somehow, without having to do anything to do with quirks, that scientist turned Shigaraki into a big worm monster, like a big hand worm monster thing. And it's just like, apparently endlessly, like, where does the mass come from, right? Like, where does all that's expanding out come from? Is it just fabricated out of nothing? Can he, like, I'm guessing he can revert back, because we saw him like that in the cave, and then he wasn't after, so it seems like he can suck it all back in, and then, like, where does it go, you know? It's like, it's breaking that, like, alchemy rule, where it feels like he's creating something out of nothing, yet it's not a quirk or a power or anything like that. It's just growth. I don't know. There's something about it that just doesn't make sense to me in this world. Because it seems like everything is based off quirks or science and all that. Like, Garaki was learning how to, like, take quirks and copy quirks and, like, like, tweaking the human body to make him stronger to be able to, like, withstand the quirks. Like, that was fine by me. But turning him into whatever this is, just, I don't know. And I mean, yes, we had that big arm from All for One in season 3, which kind of reminds me of this same thing, but that was accumulation of like a shit ton of different quirks mixed together that did that, but this isn't quirks. So, I don't know. I wonder if, like, the manga has a better way of explaining it, and they just, like, short and sweetened it for the anime or something. I may, like, at some point, once we're, like, decently past this part, I may go and look at that part. I don't know. It's just, there's something about it that just isn't as, isn't as enjoying, like, it doesn't fill my enjoyment as much as, like, it's just like, okay, we have this thing to remove their powers. Like, Aizawa is this trump card that can remove the powers, and Monoma can copy it. So we have this in our hands. So what's the reason that, like, Shigaraki can fight back? Oh, let's just make up this other thing that isn't related to what that can stop. A new power that, like, I don't know. it feels like it's something made up to get around Aizawa's ability that doesn't super make sense. I'm trying to think of like other things in this world we've seen that could be related to that, but that could be like, yeah, back in season 1 we learned about this that could explain it, but I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on the things that I'm not the biggest fan of because I like the episode overall, and I mean that's something I can get over, right? But we had the whole Toga stuff with, I guess it's the first time she's really confessed her feelings like that in front of him. I thought she's said it before, but maybe she's never said it loud enough, or maybe it's always been like after he left that she said it. I'd have to rewatch and be like, I'm sure the show knows what it's talking about, though, in that regard, right? So I'm sure they're right on the fact that he never, like, understood what she was, and he's very naive to relationship stuff, too, right? So he just never figured it out, I guess. But yeah, he was sitting there, like, all shocked by what she was saying and all that. It was kind of a funny moment with Present Mike intervening in there saying he's still a damn nerd, you know? But I was wondering why they were explaining like he's the 9th holder, like this destined battle between All for One who's trying to steal it. Like I was like, are they trying to like cater towards an audience? But they're building up like it's basically like saying this guy's like an all-powerful creature fighting this war that's so above everybody else, yet he doesn't understand the simplest thing, which is love, you know? So I think that's just what they were trying to get at by, like, building him up. It was, you know, it was just one of those things where it's like, yes, this guy is an interdimensional alien that fights wars on a cosmic scale, but he doesn't understand love, you know? Kind of thing. So, but anyway, that was pretty funny. And then we had like her trying to ask him what he wants, and she's kind of realizing that this person that she has feelings for doesn't feel the same way about her because, you know, her feelings are all weird and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I think it's fine for her to have a crush on Midoriya, but the problem is her view of relationships is, I want to drink your blood, and the problem here is, I think that's, right, like, there's people that would look unfavorably to it, right? But, like, if it was done in a way that didn't just hurt you, right? Like, I feel like a relationship could work there as long as you don't try to, like, stab me to get the blood, right? Like, I'll donate some of my blood to you every now and then. Like, people donate blood, satiate some of your urges, and then let's try to be, you know, normal. And I know that's the thing she doesn't want to hear. She doesn't want to have to try to be normal. She wants to live her life the way that she feels. And I get that, but you can't go around hurting people to live your life the way that you want to. It doesn't work that way, right? Like, you gotta respect other people in this world and their lives and what they want to do. Like, if you want to be respected for what you want to do, you have to respect people for not wanting to do what you want to do, right? That's just the way it's gotta be. That's how society works. So, it's one of those things where, like, I'm almost on board with her, where I'm like, I understand you just want to live your life the way that you want to. I feel the same way, you know. I like to live my life the way that I like to, but, you know, don't hurt people to do it, right? You can't be doing that. Can't be hurting innocent people. So crazy stuff. But I love Froppy coming in and helping out and getting Midoriya, like, snapping Midoriya out of it a little bit, and because he's just, like, in it now with, he doesn't want to leave Uraraka and stuff like that, so he seemed like he was just gonna stay and fight this and talk with her and stuff like that and be distracted, but Froppy came in, the level-headed one. She's been the level-headed one since the start of the show. I love that. She came in, she was like, Midoriya, you need to get out of here, we'll handle this. you have somewhere to be. Go beat Shigaraki. And you know, he was still a little hesitant, and then Uraka was like, go get him. And he was like, all right, and took off. So very cool stuff. I love that little moment. Like, I love how Bakugo is just wants his name to be read out in full every time someone addresses him, but yet he picked the longest name. Like, I thought it was pretty cool the way she shortened it to Dynamite. I thought that was like a neat little, you know, it's like she probably knows that it's longer than that, but you can't be like, imagine just being like in a very bad situation where someone's about to die and you're trying to tell him to go save someone, and you have to be like, Great Lord, God, Dynamite, Murder, Prince of Darkness, God, Lord, Man, Sir thing, go save them. Oh, they're already dead because I had to say your name for 10 minutes, you know? It's like, he should understand, like, I mean, it's Bakugo, but he should understand that people need to shorten it to, you know, we're in tense situations, let's, you know, but whatever. But they butted heads over it, and it was humorous to me, and they both have that, like, aggressive personality, and I was just like, yeah, I ship them. But yeah. Anyway. I think that's really all I got. It was a good episode. Few things I questioned and wasn't the biggest fan of, but it is what it is, and maybe as we go, I'll just come to accept it more, or it'll be explained to me in another way that helps make a little more sense. But yeah, hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. Links in the description below should be popping up on the screen. And I'll see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.